This is FM synthesis tutorial series, and we will develop a plan of attack and make a new improved E.Piano patch. We know that the original E.Piano patch is soft, so we can give it a sharp and solid attack tone. The easiest way to do that is to change envelopes. So we check envelopes first to see whether they are set for producing a sharp attack tone. If you recall, what we discovered with the E.Piano patch is that it already has two decay type envelopes, which can produce a sharp attack tone. So we don't need to change envelopes at the moment. The next thing that we need to think about is how we can add a solid attack tone. If you recall from the tube bells tutorial, we gave the solid attack tone to the tube bells patch by additional modulator. This means that we need to look into the algorithm interchangeability. Basically, we need to find an algorithm that can be easily swapped with minimum changes. For algorithm 5, it can be swapped easily with algorithm 7, 8, and 9. Note that there is 3 operator towers which can produce higher harmonic modulation. For emulating the original E.Piano patch, this is not necessary. So we will not use those algorithms. Let's compare algorithm 5 with algorithm 12 and 13. They are 2 operators stacking. The only difference is that the location of a feedback loop. The role of tower 1 and tower 2 remain the same. So which algorithm do we need to use? We will use algorithm 13. As operator 6 for the original E.Piano patch has a sawtooth tone, algorithm 5 can be swapped easily with algorithm 13. We will use operator 5 for a hammer tone. Press the purple button, then press button 7 and change algorithm to 13 by using the data entry slider or buttons. After selecting, when you press a key, it has too much modulation from operator 5 as its output level is set at 99. Now, we have 4 modulators and 2 carriers, instead of 3 modulators and 3 carriers for algorithm 5. We have more flexibility in the FM sound design. As we learned how to create a hammer tone in the tube bells improvement tutorials, we will use the same approach for the E.Piano. That means that we need to set operator 5 with fixed frequency of 158.5 Hz and a single decay fast moving envelope. Turn operators 3 and 5 only. Then use operator select to choose operator 5. Press button 17. You will see the display with frequency ratio selected. Press +1 button and change frequency ratio to fixed frequency. Press button 18 and you will see that fixed frequency is set at 10 Hz. You will increase it to 100 Hz by pressing +1 button. Press button 19 and change frequency fine to 158.5 Hz so that we get the hammer tone. When you press a key, it doesn't sound like the hammer tone. We are basically hearing noise from operator 5 as it doesn't have a fast moving envelope for attack. Press buttons 21 to 22 and use operator select button to see how operator 5 envelope is set. At the moment, it has 2 decay type envelope as it has both level 1 and level 2. We will change this envelope to a single decay type by having only level 1. Level 2 will be set at 0. Also, we need to change R2 from 20 to 78. Note that we don't change rate 3 as we don't have level 2 anymore, so rate 3 becomes redundant. We can quickly go over what we did. We changed the algorithm from 5 to 13. We changed operator 5 to a fixed frequency of 158.5 Hz. We changed operator 5 envelope to a single fast moving type. If we press a key, a chorusing effect is not as smooth as before. Output level needs to be adjusted for an operator 5 hammer tone and operator 2 metallic tone. So, what do we need to do? We need to make changes to a chorusing effect so it becomes smoother. We need to adjust output levels to make the sound sharper and solid. Let's look into detune. As we change the algorithm, now the chorusing effect is produced by operators 1, 3, 4, and 6. So we need to change detunes for those operators. So how to change detune of those operators? A better way to adjust detune is to start from carrier operators. Turn operators 1 and 3 only. Operator 1 is set at +3 and operator 3 is set at 0. This creates a very slow chorusing effect. As you compare this to the original E.Piano patch, it is too slow, so we will make a faster chorusing effect. Let's try making the chorusing effect faster by adjusting operator 3. Decrease its detune by 1 increment. When you reach -3, the chorusing effect gets faster. We can set operator 3 detune at -3. Now, we will adjust detunes for operator 1. Increase its detune by 1 increment. At +5, It seems just right. Fast enough like the original, but not too fast. Note that the setting detune in any ways depending on your preference, and you will rely on your ears to judge which one is better. It's more of art than based on logics. Once we set detunes for carriers, we can adjust it for modulators. Turn operators 1, 3, 4, and 6 only. Check detune for each operators. At the moment, modulator operator 6 is set at plus 7, which is high. We will reduce it by 1 increment. At plus 2, it is much smoother, so we will set it at plus 2. Once we have the smooth chorusing effect, we don't need to change operator 4, so we will keep operator 4 at 0. Note that operator 5 is set at minus 7. But as we use fixed frequency, there is no need to adjust detune for operator 5. Now let's turn on all operators and hear the sound that we've just made. The overall chorusing effect is much better. It has solid attack tone, but there seems too much hammer attack tone with no expressiveness. The sound still lacks a sharp metallic tone. There seems too much sustained tone. What we will do next is to go through the rest of priority parameters so that we can fine-tune the new E.Piano patch. Let's check keyboard rate scaling. Press 26 and use operator select button to go through each operator. All operators are set at 3. But for a hammer tone from operator 5, you only need the minimum shortening of its envelope. So we will set it to 1. Let's look at output levels. Press button 27 and use operator select button to go through each operator. First, we will adjust output level of operator 2. Try changing it from 65, 70, 75, 80 to 85. When over 80, there seems to be too much sharp metallic tone. So, we will set out between 75 and 80, 78. Now, we will adjust operator 4. Change its output level to 85 and 80. When set at 80, the overall sound has a very little soft, sustained tone. So, we will set at 85. For operator 5, we will apply what we did in the tube bells improvement tutorials. We will set it to 90. For operator 6, try 75, 70, and 65. At 65, the overall chorusing effect is smooth and it still has an enough soft sustained tone. So, we will set at 65. We will give a final touch to the new E.Piano patch. Press button 28 and use operator select to go to operator 5. As operator 5 has no key velocity sensitivity, we will set it to 3, like what we did in the tube bells improvement tutorials. This will give enough expression to the new and improved E-piano patch. Now, we finished adjusting priority parameters. Let's summarize what we've done. We changed the algorithm from 5 to 13. We created a hammer tone using operator 5 by adjusting its fixed frequency and envelope generator. We adjusted detune to give a smooth chorusing effect. We adjusted keyboard rate scaling for operator 5 from 3 to 1. We adjusted output level to have a balance of sharp and solid attack with a soft sustained tone. We set key velocity sensitivity for operator 5, giving expressiveness to the new E-piano patch. So, please enjoy playing this new awesome E-piano patch. Don't forget to subscribe for more great DX7 demos and tutorials. The next tutorial will be the FM synthesis sound design FullTines improvement.